accessories that keep the headliner also in place, actually that keep the light fixtures in place.
I'll show you first the headliner as it looks like right now, show you some of the tools that we're going to use, and then show you how it gets done.
What we have here is a few tools that we're going to need. First off, we're definitely going to use the screwdriver, take off some of the screws that keep the headliner in place. We're going to need the pair of pliers, any pliers, well, the right pair of pliers for a few of the accessories that keep the headliner also in place, actually that keep the light fixtures in place. We're going to need something to scrape off the foam from the old headliner. The fabric has already been torn off, so right now all there is foam, and we're going to use this to scrape off that foam before applying the adhesive and then the new headliner. And if we have any old trouble, we have this whirly bar that'll take care of it. Take a look at the headliner now. What's keeping the headliner in place, I'll show you, is a few of the little screws that we're going to use the Phillips screwdriver to take this thing off before taking off the headliner. The headliner comes in a hard shell and it's all entirely attached. So what we have to do is take whatever keeps this shell in place and remove the shell entirely from the vehicle so that we can scrape off the foam that you just saw on the shell before applying adhesive, and then after the adhesive some headliner, which is actually some fabric with some foam already attached on it. Once we finish that, we can put the headliner back, the headliner shell with the new headliner back into the vehicle and reattach it. A couple of the things we're also going to need that I forgot to show you with the other tools are a pair of scissors, because we're going to probably have to cut the headliner to fit to the shell. And we're also going to need a hex key or hexagon, whatever you want to call it, to take off what is holding the back seat belts in place. And I'll show you what that looks like when we get to it. I am taking off the screws right now and keeping it... No, I can't say that. You're going to have to cut that out, X. Hi, this is what the hex screw is for. Some of the screws might actually be this, which here we're including the handlebar. And let me show you the screw that I'm taking off now. And I do want to say, be careful not to touch too much of this. Not all of them are, but this one's fiberglass. And this is the screw that's keeping this one in place. Otherwise, we've pretty much gotten everything else off. You can see that the light fixtures are off. A lot of the moldings that we're keeping the shell on are off. And what I see now is that the shell is pretty much stripped off of the foam, which you can see the foam is here. And the shell itself is made of fiberglass, so pretty much all we're going to have to do on this one is forgo the scraping and go ahead and adhere the lining. So here is another place where we could use the hex, and they're called different things, so whatever you call it, this is the key that I'm talking about. But we could take this off. Being a seat belt, what we're going to go ahead and do is cut it underneath and then just slip it back on when it's time to slip it on. We're just thinking that it's probably safer to do it that way. Not very often are you going to see something like this. Some models of cars are like this, and you have the option of taking off the seatbelt and reapplying it, but it just seems like it would make more sense just to cut the headliner in this case. Okay, we've taken off the headliner, and so now what we have is the shell. And we've taken out the shell and put it on the driveway. And what we're going to do now is spray some of the adhesive. And once we spray the adhesive, we'll apply the fabric. We've got the adhesive here. This is the adhesive that we're going to use, and this is the super strength adhesive. You could use a milder adhesive. I think this one's called the 8090, and you can use the 8080. Is actually what's recommended. We're just using this one because it's the one that was available today at the store, and we'll just use less of it. And the way to apply the adhesive is to apply 3 coats, the third coat diagonally from what the other 2 coats are, and allow it to dry anywhere from 5 to I think 30 minutes, and go ahead and marry the fabric onto the headliner. And this is what I'm calling the fabric, or it's actually foam with a little bit of fabric on top. Excuse me. And the only thing I mean by marry is just to put the this foam that's going to have some of the adhesive already semi-dry on it, and stick it onto the headliner shell, which we just showed you. And since they're already going to be a little tacky from drying, that's why they call it marrying. Since this is the 80-90 adhesive, I'm just going to put 2 layers instead of 3. Putting it in a cross-cut pattern. Guys, that's what it says on the directions. If you have any questions, just consult the directions. They're right on the bottle. Now it's ready for drying for, let's see, 5 to no more than 60 minutes. And we'll let that dry a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and put the rest of the, what actually makes it look nice on there. We're going to cut so that it fits, and then we'll reinstall it. Hi, we've put in the headliner, the shell, and the fabric. We're putting back the handlebar over here. We've gone ahead and fit everything else in. All the molding is back. We had removed all of these moldings here. We still have one more to put up back here. Light fixtures back on. When it's done, it'll look like this one right here. And we're just going to work our way up towards the front. And after that, we're pretty much finished and ready to go. All right. All there is to putting up a headliner. If you have the screws and the paneling all in, and you have the headliner up and the light fixtures on, you're ready to go. Thank you. And I hope I've been helpful.
I'm a menage a trois, but a friend never heard my music before. So I walked outside. She said, yeah,